Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Hiking the Island. On today's episode, we are in Porto Santo! So it's basically the neighbor island from Madeira. We've decided to do a tour on the west side. I have no idea if we can actually do some images from the drone because it is a little windy today. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear, but I think you can. Today we are going to do one that starts at Morenos, and then we are going around the coast until a beach called Zimbrelinho. And after that we are coming back to the start point. It's going to be a round hike, so let's do it! So let me tell you a bit how Porto Santo came to be an island. First, both Madeira and Porto Santo originated from a volcanic phenomena called hotspot. This hotspot is basically a thinner point in the Earth's crust that tends to release the pressure from the mantle underneath, thus creating an island. But more of that on another episode. From all the islands belonging to Madeira, Porto Santo was the first one to emerge. In fact, here in Morenos, you can see from the coastal cliffs a network of volcanic conduits. They are called dikes, which are these lines that you see here in this dead volcano. And Sirius is free! Today we had another type of leash, which is this lady dog. She is also a Portuguese water dog. Since Sirius is so focused on her, we can finally train him to walk with us without a leash. Of course, this path also helps a lot, since it's so bright and there is no immediate cliff on our side. Although Porto Santo's volcanic activities are currently extinct, this does not mean that the island was created overnight. In fact, Porto Santo took around 4 million years to develop. But as this island is now extinct and remains exposed to the elements of erosion, it is now only a third of what it once was. In fact, at that time, when the lava was pouring down from the said hotspot, the last ice age was still happening. So what does that mean for Porto Santo? Well, since the water was frozen, covering mostly the poles and all land near them, like Europe for instance, the water level was lower than today. It was about 60 meters deeper. While it was freezing in the poles, it was really warm where Porto Santo was being formed. In fact, Porto Santo was in a tropical sea. The island presents itself as a very complex structure because Porto Santo developed itself not only in the upright direction, but also had a lot of underwater eruptions. Since the water was so warm, between the eruptions the underwater life started to develop, and mainly calcareous algae thrived on it, which can be found today in different places of the island. These calcareous algae and these fossil residues from that tropical warm period formed the basis for these layers of sand that are here today. This is fossil sand, made from calcareous algae, mussels, snails, and everything that was just there at the time, all calcifying organisms. And you can see here that some of these snails are still stuck in there. of Porto Santo, as it is not as mountainous as the island of Madeira, is a victim of the strong winds that pass through here. The island contains many dunes, consolidated by the course of time, and lava layers that passed over them but no longer exist. When the strong winds beat in these dunes, they find small openings in the layers, rolling the small grains of sand that are released, increasing the openings to holes and exposing the calcified organisms contained within these layers. Through the rainwater, the acids found in the water penetrate the dunes and dissolve these organisms. As it doesn't rain very often in Porto Santo, what had then been dissolved starts to solidify to the point of becoming a layer of pure limestone. Where we are, the layers are thin, but there are other points on the island where these layers are large, as is the example of the islet of Cal. This path is relatively easy to do, but this specific area can be troublesome since the floor is slippery. You have to be sure of your steps or else you will fall. Serious? Is everything alright? Can't you move? What if I stay up? Hello? Are you ready, Sirius? We got to the end of our hike. It's amazing that we were able to take some drone pictures, although it's really windy, as you can hear from my microphone. Most of the path is really easy, but it comes so down to that little part where the hike can be a little tricky for some people. Our friends told us that they already brought some people there that are used to do hikes, and they still have problems doing that little part of the hike. We had the chance to have a nice weather, taking into consideration that we weren't supposed to come today because our weather app said no go. But we still had the opportunity to take some pictures and make some footage from today. Leave a comment down below if you have already done a hike here in Porto Santo. If so, which one? Remember to smash that like button, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do that so you can see the upcoming videos. I'll see you next time. Bye!